So this is what you need to know about soil. You need to know that there's three main parts. Obviously there's more: sand, silt, and clay. Learn them in that order because that's gonna help you remember these things. For starters, you can have a question on the test that says which part of soil particles is the largest. Sand is the largest particle. You're gonna wanna say, most of you, when I ask this question in class, think it's clay, but it's sand. If you hold up a particle of sand, you can actually see it. You can't really see particles of clay. So from largest to greatest is sand, silt, clay. Same thing with permeable. Sand is the most permeable. That means water can go through. Clay is the least permeable. We actually add clay to avoid water infiltrating into the ground in landfills and things of that nature. You don't have to know that yet, but you do have to know about permeability and size of particle. It could be most permeable or least permeable. It could be largest particle or smallest particle. Then you have to know about solving the triangle. So the triangle is in three parts. Now and Greenlee gave me a triangle that's actually pretty good, and I'm gonna post it for you. But let me make this a little bit bigger, just a little bit. So this, we read in an angle this way. This we actually read perfectly horizontally, which is clay. And this one we read in an angle going up. Okay, so if I gave you a problem that said 45% sand, 30% clay, I can give you that. And you have to know that this is out of 100. So we have to figure out what silt is. That could be one type of question. So because this is 75, this would be 25, okay? So I don't have to give you the third number because you know it's out of 100. So I could give you two numbers. That's one type of question, okay? Another type of question is I can make dots. Let me make these a little bit darker. I can make dots on the exam somewhere, and I can ask you like a question like, which area, A, B, or C, is the least permeable? And then you have to figure out, obviously this one's easy because it's clay and this is the only one that has a lot of clay in it. But if it wasn't so obvious, you'd have to figure out the percentages. So you'd have to look at the dots, and this is how you do it. So this would be 60% clay. This would be 30% silt and 15%, actually that's a lie. Let me go back. It would be 10% sand. So it's 60% clay. Then I would have to do this one, and this one, obviously, you just have to do clay is 20, and so is this one. So the answer would be A, okay? That's the second question I can ask you. Now, to go back to the first question, if I asked you to tell me what area of the triangle is this, you would do it like this. So I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna go to big. So 45% sand. So sand is red in angles going up. So this is 40, this is 50 right here. So 45 is right here. And I draw my line going up, okay? Then it's 30% clay, and here's clay 30, which is horizontal, and I draw my line across, okay? And then 25% silt. Silt is red this way, but it's in the lines that are in an angle. So 25 is right here. So we draw my line right there. They always intersect in a point. If you do not intersect, something's wrong. So my point is right here. So this one is like clay loam, and it's gonna be a multiple choice question. So it could be sandy clay loam would probably be the better answer because it's around all these three. Okay, I'll do one more. Let's change these numbers, and let's do 30% sand, 20, and 50, okay? So 30% sand, we're gonna go from here to here is 30, and we're gonna go up, okay? And then we've got 20% clay, 0, you read it this way, 20 is this way, across. And then we've got 50% silt, which is 0 to 50 this way, but it's in an angle, 50. And this is my intersecting point, which is like around here. Again, I picked a terrible one, but I would say it's right around here. So I would say silty loam would be the answer. That's it.